Do people actually want that though?
I think so. If you look at Facebook and if you look at the way it's worked on the web, which is a great testing ground for connected TV, you'll note that people are starting to demand that they can select their own playlists. Playlisting is the key. Now, going back to the Spotify option between pay and free, I love Spotify. I absolutely adore it.
So, right.
And I think that if we have clever apps like Square Eyes and Rumi out there that can aggregate the option to buy or watch with ads, or even watch with better ads, or pay a subscription and have an opt-out from all ads, I think that could be the ideal solution for the
business model. There's two parts to this. There's the business model, which is giving the user the choice of free or pay, and having some subscriptions to services. And the second bit that Steve was talking about there is the user experience, which I think is really important. And you said, well, do users want that? When you turn on traditional TV, what you watch on a Saturday night is decided by the ITV1 scheduler or the BBC1 scheduler or the Sky1 scheduler, and they're deciding what you watch. The challenge for us in connected TV is to take away that artificial editorial skill and put that intelligence into the network, so that the user actually turns on the TV, they're delighted to be entertained, and the system begins to learn and understand what they want.
I was going to say, you're getting big smiles from Chris and Ava.
I'm going to step in on behalf of Ian and myself and our traditional pay TV customers and say that I think there is room for a plethora of different types of business models out there. But the ones that consumers are traditionally most comfortable and familiar with are the pay TV subscription models. And we see now the kind of flexibility that you're talking about that I think is absolutely in demand. Being brought by some of these more pioneering pay TV operators, so that cable or satellite TV subscribers are feeling like they're getting more value out of their subscription, very often at no additional cost with that kind of flexibility. So you see, for instance, Sky Deutschland offering all of their premium sport programming as streaming application to the iPad. You're seeing Comcast, for instance, in the U.S. offering 3,000 titles of video on demand to their customers and for catch-up TV and pay-per-view. So there's a lot of different models out there that are bringing what we at Erdetto call FIPS: flexibility, interactivity, personalization, portability, and social connection to consumers, which I think is all the kinds of things that you're talking about.
It is all the things I'm talking about, and I've never once said that the pay TV sector is dead. I actually, coming from that area, I 100% believe that pay TV operators should embrace third-party OTT content as part of their core subscription in order to retain their customers.
Sure.
And I think that model is alive and healthy, and that's where all the top premium content will be. But that's not necessarily for everyone. No. And I'm just saying that instead of there being a brick wall where you're in or you're out, actually there is now a whole range of pricing and advertising options that's now for everyone.
It's an additional service enabling access to content which isn't typically wide bandwidth, broadcast. And I think that's good. I mean, every territory has its tier one incumbent telco, has its major satellite operator and its major cable operator, and those people together seem to be defining OTT services for themselves, as you say, not as a game change, but simply as a satisfaction and potentially additional revenue. I think if we get to a situation where every single individual in the world has their own TV channel, I mean, who's going to make the content for that?
That's the point, though, is that
who's going to fund the development of the content to allow people to pay 56
Can I just, before you go
a fortnight